Yeah, thank you, Jay. Thank you for inviting Amy's and myself today. We're delighted to be with you, and as you said, we're very fortunate and lucky to have you as a great partner, helping us to do better every day.
Thank you.
Um, well, yes, I'm Xavier Unkovic. I'm the CEO of Amy's Kitchen. My role at Amy's is very simple: is to keep the dream of our two great owners and founders, Andy and Rachel Berliner, to keep this dream alive and to continue this beautiful story to make it easy and enjoyable for everyone to eat well. And it's not an easy job, but it's a fascinating job because again, we Amy's are a family-owned business, a founder-led business, leading in the organic frozen and world and also organic soup world. And we are the only family-owned business out there competing with big CPG companies. So it's fun. It's a lot of work, and without you and without spins, I think we would miss something very core and essential to our success. So thank you for helping us and helping us to be a better business so we can be a bigger business every day.
I love that answer. Thank you. It's funny when you look at our household here, having kids home now at the holidays from college. All of our Amy's Kitchen has been gobbled up out of my freezer, and so but we are huge fans here at home. Maybe you could talk, and we could
Yeah.
shift gears a little bit about the products and your vision. And you mentioned a little bit about why you do what you do, but I'd love you to
Yeah.
elaborate on that.
Well, we used to say we have kitchens, not manufacturing sites. And when we think about quality, we think about the ingredients we're using that are delicious and organic, and the way we cook and not assemble. So for us, what we do is what we consider to be cooking, as simple as it is, and we cook for you but not assembled products. So we bring to our beautiful kitchen real onions that we cut ourselves and put into big pots to cook. We don't bring powdered onions to assemble into a kind of a liquid, so to speak. So therefore, we see ourselves significantly differently than the other food manufacturer because we're not a food manufacturer. We're just a company that is cooking for you with beautiful and delicious organic ingredients. And we're very proud of the taste of our meals. And Jay, I'm super happy that your family is enjoying tasting our products every day because they are good for you. And not only they're good for you, they're also very good for the planet because when you're cooking delicious organic ingredients, your impact on the planet is significant. And when it happens to be a plant-based product, it's even better. So we're trying to do our best, let's put it like this, for to have the best impact on people's health and well-being, but also the best impact on the planet. And that drives significant engagement from for us as members of Amy's teams, because we wake up every morning with a great sense of accomplishment, yeah, or and that's what drives us coming to work every day, is making a difference every day.
Yeah, I love that alignment. As you're obviously very well familiar, especially as it pertains to spins, we genuinely care about what people put in their bodies. And so having a partner such as Amy's Kitchen for all these years has been tremendous. Maybe we could move into the current environment. Obviously, the current environment that we've experienced, call it over the last, 9 months or so, has been challenging for everyone. And when you look at the market, and how the market is changing or shifting or evolving. Maybe you could walk us through a little bit about your perspective on that.
Yeah, I think there's two mega trends, Jay, that has significantly amplified since COVID. It's health and well-being and sustainability. And people are looking for better food for them. And I think more than ever, people really see food being their first medicine. And we at Amy's are delighted about this because that has been our the way we looked at food for 30 years. Yeah, and to see that people look at food now as a significant benefit, but also something that could be reassuring every day because it tastes good, it feels good, is significant. So taking care of yourself from the inside is what we do and what we see people looking for more and more. Now, you have also the aspects of people understanding the impact of today's world on the planet and the fact that we need to do something. And when simply you're farming ingredients and products from an organic ways of farming or ways of making products, it makes a significant difference on the planet. And now, when you're removing elements of meat out of your daily routine of eating, it makes also a significant difference on how the planet heal and develop for the future. And we all know there's a sense of urgency. There's a significant crisis around what the future is going to be if we don't do anything. And we are happy to see those two mega trends amplifying, especially since COVID, and consumers looking differently to at food today. Now, what benefits us, and this is why we're also very grateful and thankful at Amy's, is we see also people staying more at home at the moment, and I think the work from home is also a significant trend that will last because companies, including Amy's, are rethinking completely the work day, yeah, and the lunchtime, and people are looking for having lunch with a healthy products or a healthy meal, and we're here at Amy's, and that's that kind of how the day is going to shape with work in our country is going to significantly impact the food industry as well. When you think about food being sold into the retail and the food service piece of it.
That's a great answer. Thank you. As I think about your business, clearly you've had tremendous opportunities. The business is experiencing some pretty strong growth. But when you look on the horizon, what are some of the potential challenges the watch outs for you, if you will, in the market? What are the things that you have your kind of the flashing yellow lights on to make sure that you're staying ahead of?
Jay, there's a lot. Just the simple fact that the world is becoming completely unpredictable. Yeah. And you call when I speak with my team and people in our organization, I say we're living in a VUCA world, a very volatile, uncertain, complex, and that world need to be understood better. And that world is very challenging because having the answers, all the answers in this world is becoming even more so difficult. So there's going to be changes needed for a company like us, but I think everyone, about how we go to work, how we find the answers, and how we ask for help in this more complex world with partners like you to better understand ahead of everyone what the trends are going to be or what the behaviors are going to be. And this is why a company like Amy's are shifting significantly into trying to have a better understanding about how that world, that outside world, is shaping up. And what used to be slow and steady now is becoming fast and furious. There's an agility piece that is needed for companies like us, but not just like us, many of us. And in today's world, if you're dinosaurs and you're big and slow, you know what the future is going to be. It's written on the wall, and I think it's very challenging for everyone to now live in that world that is completely uncertain. And I truly believe that there's going to be no back to normal. There's going to be a before and after COVID, and we're going to have to adapt. And I truly believe a relationship that we have with you guys are going to be essential about how we're going to be successful.
Yeah, that's good. I agree. It isn't that it's ever going to get back to the same. It's going to be different, and how we adjust or pivot, regardless of business, industry, personal lives, we have to adapt. So I couldn't agree more. I think what you said leads me to a little bit about the partnership that you have with us at Spins.
Yes.
And so I thought maybe I could ask, today how you're leveraging that relationship, more specifically the data and insights that we provide, the decisions that you make. Maybe you could shed some light on that for the audience.
Yeah, no, definitely, Jay. And let me say very openly to you and very honestly that we don't do enough between each other, and we're planning to do more. Um, because it's necessary in today's world. It's very important that companies equip themselves with a better understanding. Companies also align with others that have the same mission or the same vision. We're so glad to have found a company like yours that is definitely very well aligned with us. So the communications, the objectives are very aligned, and therefore we can make and we can co-create together about what does make sense for both companies. For us, what does make sense is how we understand and we go after new consumers. How good do we drive the plant-based movement even more so and further? How do we help each other to have win-win strategies? We know, especially companies like Amy's, smaller company like Amy's compared to CPGs, that our customers, the Whole Foods, the Walmart, the Kroger, the Target of the world, will only welcome us if we help the categories to grow. It's not about trading consumers that the buyers are interested in. They are interested about how category grows if I bring somebody new or some more products from a new brand. And Amy's have done an amazing job of helping categories to grow or to simply speaking, to not fall dramatically. And we've been the fastest growing brand in the frozen world when everybody's frozen was declining, and similarly in soups. So I think we've been very well welcomed by the buyers, helping the buyers to do a better job. And I think between Spins and Amy's, what we can do better and what we should do better is helping the buyers and the customers to have their categories growing and developing through people like Amy's, but others, yeah. And I will definitely welcome every other brands that are looking forward to have more distribution, to be using you in order to help the customers to develop a bigger business.
Yeah, I mean, there is no question you could categorize yourself as the pioneers in the market. It's exciting to see the evolution of the business. Specifically, as you noted, as we've been partnering closely here, our teams, just watching the trends in plant-based and watching your success throughout that has been remarkable. So, we're obviously very grateful for the partnership as well. And so I certainly appreciate the kind words. Maybe what we could do, as we kind of get towards the end of our discussion, I think I'll ask you two more questions. The first would be, what's your long range vision? And long range is a wide open question. Because I get that question quite a bit too. But what is your long range vision for Amy's? And maybe you could shed some light on that for the broader group.
Yeah. It's a very interesting question. It's a question I've been asked, Jay, by all employees of Amy's, which is, Xavier, what's your vision for Amy's? So I have breaking news here. I don't have any. The reason why is it's not my company. It's our owner's company and the family-owned company. And this is to them that I've been asking the question. What is the vision for Amy's? And I think the answer of our owners have been fantastic. It has not been a number, but the first word they've been using was keep developing. And I think the first vision of Amy's is definitely to keep growing and developing into a better company. So we're thinking about a more sustainable company, a company that makes a very better impact on people internally, but also people externally through our food. Keep developing into a better company, a more sustainable company, a more efficient company, so we can reinvest for growth, because that's important. Yeah, becoming a better business is also having a company that can invest in further development. Yeah, and stay free, because our goal and our vision is to stay and remain family owned. So our second generation is is significantly interested to keep that heritage alive. And for us as a company and as human beings, and for me as a leader, it's significantly it's a big drive because it's about doing the right thing, is having the right impact on people and doing the right thing, and not looking at the stock exchange and making decisions for the short term. It's very much making the right decisions to have healthier people, to make people within your company more engaged, and also to have a better impact on the planet. So we really have this translated that vision of the family through a people, planet, performance strategy. And the way we look at performance for us, it's freedom. Freedom to do the right thing, freedom to invest, freedom to innovate. So we're looking at profitability a bit different than anybody else, but as a good thing, not a bad thing. Not as the money leaving the company, but the money being reinvesting for the company and for consumers and customers. So we're quite excited by the vision because we believe also it's about keeping doing what we do. Yeah. 30 years ago, we were a pioneer in the organic and the food industry. And still today, Jay, by the way, there's no other frozen food that is organic out there. People want to be perceived as natural and clean as possible, but when they realize the price it costs to having organic ingredients, they don't want to get into this business. So for us, we love the word pioneer, but we want to still being pioneer and not pioneered. So we still want to be relevant, and that's our vision: is how do we stay relevant? Doing what we do and doing it better every day, and being very humble about it. Yeah.
Yeah. Now, I absolutely love what you said, specifically as it pertains to your team members. And, I can relate to having a passion, having a mission, having a charter to which everyone follows along and having something to believe in. And, Amy's Kitchen obviously exemplifies that. So I'm happy that you shared that. All right. So I love to summarize these podcasts with just kind of a question. We love to pay things forward, if you will. And so maybe you could share with the broader group, something you've learned throughout your career that would help somebody either new or coming into the industry. Some words of wisdom, I guess.
Yeah. Wow. I've learned so much, Jade, so I don't know where to start. But the reason why I'm at Amy's and the reason why I've done what I've done throughout my career is because I believed in what I did and what I do. And the way I believe is because I strongly align myself and who I am with the companies I work for, and that ability to connect with the company's purpose and the company's vision and the company values is massively important. So, and I used to say in a very in a very simple way is trends get set by companies that have a vision and a purpose, and then others come into the game. Yeah, without that company, without that purpose and that vision. So if you want to set up a business, don't do it for the wrong reason. Do it for the right reason, which is be strong on your purpose and your values and your vision. Don't do it for the money because it won't last. But do it because you believe in it. Do it because you're going to make a difference. And that will be a long-lasting success. It's not going to be easy, but at least if you do it with a purpose in mind and a vision and a values, this is where you're going to find your energy. Otherwise, for a paycheck or for anything that is look green and kind of square, it's too difficult. Yeah, it's not worth it. Yeah,
that is a great response. If you're in it for the quick win, don't even get in it, right?
Yeah, it's pretty empty. That's my personal advice, and I know that probably not. I'm probably alone in that thinking process, but not completely because this is what we do at Amy's. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. No, that's a great answer. All right, I've got to cheat with one more question. What is that's behind you on the wall that everyone
is? This is our values. This is Amy's values. Number one value is taking care of each other. So those are the guiding this is our North Pole. So those are the ones we make decisions from. So when came the pandemic, for example, when our number one priority was to take care of our people, this is our number one value. Yeah.
I love it. That's great.
So
Well, I know how busy you are. We very much appreciate your time today. I'm certain that this will be very informative to the folks that view this. I want to once again thank you for the partnership with Spins. We value you and your team very much, and we look forward to continuing on with the tremendous years in the future. So,
thank you, Jay, and thank you for the partnership as well. And
Xavier, thank you again, sir.